Hello, já jsem Broňa, nadšený učitel angličtiny z Brna, který pomáhá lidem zamilovat se do angličtiny. No a pokud máte pocit, že vypadám právě trošku rozespale, tak máte pravdu, protože je zhruba 7 hodin ráno a já jsem právě vstal v Oxfordu. A v tohle video bych vám chtěl ukázat takový běžný den učitele, ale vlastně i studenta na letních jazykových kurzech, třeba právě tady v Oxfordu, ale v podstatě je to podobný na všech jazykových kurzech v Anglii. A jak vidíte, mám na sobě ještě pyžamo, je zhruba 7 hodin a jestli chcete, tak vás moc zvu na takovou procházku mým typickým dnem. Jenom bych chtěl říct 2 věci. Nesmím natáčet studenty, takže často ty záběry ve škole, kde se něco děje, tak ty bohužel udělat nemůžu, protože ve smlouvě mám, že studenty nesmím natáčet, ani se s nimi fotit na svůj foťák. A druhá věc je, že budu mluvit anglicky a ze 2 důvodů. Za prvý, protože mi to přijde hloupý mluvit před nima česky, když mě nikdy česky neslyšel mluvit ty ostatní lidé. A taky protože zhruba polovina studentů vlastně ani neví, že nejsem Angličan, tak abych jim to zbytečně nekazil. Takže pokud vás zajímá, jak vypadá takový typický den na letním jazykovém kurzu, tak vás zvu do tohohle videa. So welcome in the video and welcome in my mirror. So it's about 7:30, so it's time to get to school. You can see this is my t-shirt. It says Embassy Summer. Embassy Summer. Embassy Summer is my employer. That's the company I teach for, but there are many different companies. Embassy Summer specialized for young students, typically between 12 to 18, and we always have to wear this green t-shirt when we are with the students, so they know that is us. And we have also this like kind of name tag that we are the teachers. And this is my room. So no smoking, as you see. Okay. So it's every room is kind of the same. You have always kind of wardrobe, bed, desk, and that's about it, and always every student here is alone. And out of the window. Okay, so I live on something like a campus, so it's a lot of green and a lot of buildings like that, or typically smaller. And it's high time to go for breakfast because food is my biggest hobby. So let's go for breakfast. So we are outside. I just wanted to show you. You can see behind me how typically the buildings looks. In one of these buildings, no, not in all of these buildings, it's usually like one door that you open, and inside it's always kitchen, toilet, shower, and 5 or 6 bedrooms for 5 or 6 people. So as I said, here in UK and typically in Oxford, everybody has his own small room. So you can see this is the campus. It's a lot of green. It's like a little student's village. It's even called Student's Village. But now really time for breakfast. So as you can see just behind me, this is Oxford Brookes University. This is the beautiful building behind me, and that's the place where I'm supposed to teach. So I'll show you the building. So you see, we have some shops here, a little square, and over there is the main entrance. So let's get in. Welcome into university. We are in the kind of lobby, the kind of place where students can sit and study, There's like a lot of desks and places to sit. We've got beautiful, like big space here. And behind me, it's how, big surprise, Starbucks coffee, which is everywhere here at the campus. I think they've got some kind of contract. And that way is the canteen. But because it's full of students, I can't record there anything. But you don't miss that much, I promise. Hello, so now it's about 8 o'clock. I'm after breakfast. I've got my coffee and I'm going there to the teacher's room where I'm going to prepare for about 1 hour my lessons, because my lesson starts at 9 o'clock. Hello again. This time's hello from an empty classroom. You see, nobody is here, which is a little bit unusual, strange. So as you can see, we've got a computer here. Always, and then it goes here to the screen, so we use PowerPoint quite a lot. We've got whiteboard, but nothing extraordinary. And then you see that the students sit usually in the U shape, so I'm kind of like in the middle. And I talk with the students that are sitting around. We always try to mix them. So if you're from, let's say, China, person next to you would be, let's say, from Argentina or Brazil or France. We have really nice mixture from the whole world. So it's very easy to mix them. And actually, I think the most interesting thing about the lessons here is the people you meet, because you can discuss things like just yesterday, we discussed different style of toilets that people have in Korea, China, Italy, Brazil, Turkey. And it was really interesting discussions. So I think the best part is actually to getting know the people from different countries, practicing your English and realizing that we are actually all the same. We all love food, friends, and good laugh. So the first lesson is over. As you can see, I'm here alone again, but you can see, the bags and papers there. And you can see here on the board, we have today topic health. And we had like a project here called Project Fitter, Better, Healthier Broñ, or hashtag Fit Broñ. And I asked them to give me advice, how to be fitter, healthier, better, less fat, more muscles. And you see, they gave me a lot of advice. Like no alcohol, that was the hard one, but also a lot of running, exercising, drink a lot of water, protein before exercising and after, a lot of things. So they helped me a lot. And now I want to tell you a little how it works. So, always, okay, I'll show it here, hopefully. So always from 9 to 10:30, we have one lesson. So it's 90-minute lesson. Then the students have 30 minutes break and come back at 11. And we have lesson until 12:30. So it's like 90 minutes, 30 minutes break, 90 minutes. So we finish the morning studying at 12:30 and then it's lunch. And then for the students, they have activities in the afternoon. So maybe they go for a trip, they go to the museum, they do sports, they kind of do some activities until dinner. But for me, as a teacher, I continue teaching from 2 o'clock until 3:30. Hello! Hi. So that was my colleague Dave. So coming back, I come back after 2 o'clock and I have a lesson again, 90 minutes until, 3:30, again break. And from 4 o'clock, I teach until 5:30. So it's again, like it's always 90 minutes, less than 30 minutes break, 90 minutes. So I teach in one day 4 times 90 minutes. And then after that time, I go to dinner, which I finish about 6, 6:30. And then it's typically my preparation time for the next day. So from 6:30, I prepare until about, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then I get home, but go running, sleeping, shower, sleeping, get again. So you can see it's kind of intense. It's a great experience. Students are amazing. But basically you work from morning to evening, Monday to Friday. But I have 3 weekends. That's really good. But now, it's time to relax and prepare the next lesson. So it's 5:30, and the students has just left. You can see an empty classroom. It's a different classroom. So I have just finished lesson number 4. So I always teach, as I said, 4 times 90 minutes with 4 different groups. There are different nationalities here, but usually people come in groups, like a group of students together with somebody called group leader, but you can come on your own. And I think this is basically the best. If you have no friends here, no people from the same country, then, you don't really speak your own language, but you practice English. So I think this is the best. People usually come here for 2 or 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks, just close the window. I think the 3 weeks is the best, but it's a bit expensive. I'll talk about the price in the end. And the nationalities here are typically right now, just today, I was teaching people from Portugal, Turkey, China, Hong Kong, Macau, Italy, Spain, I think, definitely Korea. Not now, but last week we had a lot of people from Brazil and Argentina, or 2 weeks ago. And yeah, somebody from Germany, Poland, Slovak. So it's a really nice mixture. And every day we have a topic. So all the lessons are about the same topic. So today was health, and we talked about making me fit. Tomorrow I think it's shopping. On Friday it's technology. So every day it's different. For 4 weeks, every day is different. And we have 5 levels of students. So one is kind of beginner level, really low, like me, Broñ, English, not good yet. And the level 5 is really good. So the students I had right now, it's level 5. And they speak basically the same English I do. I sometimes feel that they can teach me. So now it's time for my favorite activity. So I will go to that building over there for dinner. And after the dinner, I will go to prepare, to the teacher's room, talk with other teachers, prepare my lesson or lessons probably. And once I get back to my accommodation, I will talk to you again. Oof. So I'm back. It's the evening. It's about 8 o'clock. It's still light, so it's good. And I wanted to tell you a little bit before I say goodbye and go running and then have a shower and go to my bed, ready for the next day. So what often people ask me is about the price. So I prepared a price here. So 1 week here in Oxford, this is called Oxford Haddington at the Brookes University. It's for this year, 2017, it's for £700, about £700, which in Czech money would be like 21,000 crowns. But you need also the ticket, airplane ticket from the Czech Republic is not that expensive, but if you fly, let's say from Brazil or Argentina, it's more expensive. So for 1 week, it's £700 plus the ticket, transfer from the airport and some kind of pocket money because everybody buys some extra food or, I don't know, souvenirs or, something. So maybe a week you need something like £800 on average. And it's good to be here ideally 2 weeks or maybe 3. But I think 2 is okay, but not 1. Okay? So it's not exactly cheap. And now big question, is it worth it? Should you go or not? Or your children? I would say, yes, it's worth it. Do it. But if you have the money, don't take a loan, don't sell your house. You can learn English even at home or in a cheaper way. But if you have the money, it's excellent. And also, ideally, you should come alone or not with a really big group or be really, really willing to speak English. Because what I see is that, if you have a group of Italians, in all their free times, they're with other Italians and they speak Italian almost all the time. The same is with Spanish, Portuguese. Basically with all the groups, they keep together during their free time or activities and speak their own language. Of course, during the lessons they speak English. Maybe during some of the activities they speak English. But overall, their head is still kind of back in their mother language. But if I see people coming alone on their own, after 2 weeks, they come back and their English is like going through the roof. So if you can and you're brave enough, come alone. It will be much, much better. And maybe a little bit more about the program so you can imagine what to expect here. I prepared it. So let's say it's your first week. So every day from Monday, let's say start Monday to Friday, you have school in the morning. So you start school 9 o'clock after breakfast and finish 12:30. And this is every day. You have 2 different teachers always. So you will have 90 minutes with me and 90 minutes with one of my super colleagues. And then in the afternoon, you have program as well. So, for example, one day you go to walking tour of Oxford. Next day you have some kind of sport activities or craft or painting, something like that. The next day you go to the museums here in Oxford. Next day you go to a city close to Oxford for a trip. And on Friday you can choose between sport, craft, dance or playing Monopoly. On Saturday is always all-day trip. So you can go to London for the whole day or, I don't know, any different place like Brighton or somewhere for 1 day. And on Sunday is kind of optional programs. Sometimes people just chill out, go for a walk, they play games, football. And on Monday it starts again. All the price takes it all in. So your price is accommodation, food, all the activities, entrances, trips. Basically the price is high, but there is everything. So even if you go to the Windsor Castle, it's included and so on. So this was my day of a teacher at a summer school in England, specifically in Oxford. I hope I have mentioned the main thing that people usually ask me about. But if you have any more questions, just please let me know and I will be very, very happy to answer them. But now the most important thing, please don't forget to stay awesome and dream big. Bye bye.